it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peace that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I get to welcome you to a Thank-Filled Thursday. Always thankful for my guest who's in the building with me. Today we got Zhalena Mathis joining me. She's the author of DJ Saves the Day, an amazing work of art that she has brought to light as she also makes sure folks know about her son's incredible life. And so I'm excited that she's here with me today. I'm also excited y'all are joining me because y'all actually get to join me in sharing this show right here at the top of the show. Make sure y'all share it with folks who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness. If you can't watch us, you can always listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae. You'll find us there. Now, before I get into it with Zhalena, I gotta say there's something special about our elders. And earlier this week, I was blessed with Bishop Gwendolyn Phillips Coates, who came on and really gifted me with a phenomenal one-of-a-kind handbag. Now, those of you who always are asking me where I find my pieces, you know I love a good one-of-a-kind piece. And I want to give a shout out to one of my elders, Dr. Maxine Mims. Oh my goodness. I know she is resting in paradise. She gave me this one-of-a-kind piece, and I'm so grateful not only to her, but also to Miss Ann Gadsden of Gadsden Gear, who created this phenomenal piece. Now, I'll tell you, there are some phenomenal elders in our community who continue to pour into the next generation, and I'm truly grateful for all of them who pour into me. Of course, Nana Kabibi, Auntie Jackie, Miss Patricia, you know, Miss Bishop and Phillips Coates. Like, when I tell y'all there's so many amazing elders, I can't always count them all, but I'm so grateful to all of them. But it's the fact that they continue to do the work in their elderhood that is so inspiring to me, because it really takes me to another level when I think about how I can continue my work, how I can pour into the next generation. And I just cannot forget to thank Miss Dawn Mason, our former state representative, who is always pouring into me. And she recently shared with me this notion that she's never had an issue passing the baton. And I'm so grateful to her when we think about folks who are ready to pass that baton, share their knowledge and their wisdom, and ensure that we understand where we stand when it comes to the lineage of legacy that we are contributing to. So shout out to all of our elders out there who continue to do great work in our community, but who also understand the need to pour into the next generation so we can carry it forward. Not only do we stand alongside your legacies when it comes to all the work that we're pouring in, we really do yearn for the opportunity to be a continuation of those legacies. And I want to thank all of the elders in my life, my grandmother and all of those who I just mentioned, my great grandma. I mean, there are so many people who have poured into me over my lifetime. My grandpa always gave me solid lessons. And as I watch my elders transition to the next phase of their own lives, I'm just grateful that so many have seen value in me and want to distill their knowledge, wisdom, and love into my life. I'm so grateful for all of y'all. And Bishop, you reminded me of that this week, just how special it is when we have those elder relationships. So I'm encouraging y'all, reach out to your elders who pour into you, whether they are blood or they are chosen family. I'm just encouraging you to make sure you reach out. Nana Kabibi, I'll be hitting you up soon so we can go to lunch. All right, y'all, after this short break, up next, we got Zhalena Mathis in the building, author of DJ Saves the Day. We're going to be talking all about her book, and y'all don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Home. Home is your domain, where you know every inch like the back of your hand. A place that brings out your protective side. And a place you'll always stand up for.
Going, it will fly away!
Because what's inside is the most valuable thing in the world. Your family. Mariners baseball at T-Mobile Park. Welcome home.
They're going crazy here at T-Mobile Park.
In Seattle, it's more than just coffee. It's community. At the station, we brew more than just your favorite cup. We brew connection. From Beacon Hill to Columbia City, we're a space for artists, activists, and everyone in between. A place to gather, create, and simply be. Whether you need a quiet place to work, a lively spot to meet friends, or just a moment to unwind, find your place at the station. More than coffee, it's home. Visit us in Beacon Hill or Columbia City. The Station, where community happens.
Okay. Let's start the show. Good here.
Welcome back, y'all, to the Day with Trae. Of course, I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now, we got Zhalena in the building. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm thankful and grateful to be here on your show.
We're so grateful to have you. And thank you so much for coming to share your story and your phenomenal book. Let's talk a bit about, the impetus for the book. I mean, you have a powerful story in your son and, him experiencing gun violence and the transition of his life. Just tell us a little bit more about what got you to say, I need to do something more with this.
Yes. Well, my son, Prince-Darrell, we're talking about, his nickname is DJ. And so grew up here in Seattle, Washington. Our family goes generations back into the 50s. I was a young single mom raising him and his sister, his younger sister, Anjanae. And he struggled through school, with ADHD and other disabilities. And as time went on and, early adulthood, it just became harder for him to kind of coexist here in Seattle, just the battle of, issues in life. And he was recently released from the hospital just a day before June 16th, so June 15th, 2023. After he was released from the hospital as an inpatient, he lost his life to gun violence, less than 24 hours. And, I just reflect on, raising him and being a single mom. I just want to do something in his memory, since he passed away. And writing, this book, DJ Saves the Day, his voice, just came to me because he would always reach out to me when he was younger and, call me even before the cell phones, because he was born in the early 90s, but he would call me and say, Mom, I care about you. I love you. And I instilled that in him to love and care about people wherever he went, even amongst his struggles growing up. And so, his voice came to me in a kind of, and also in a vision to say, Mom, don't let the world forget about me, even though my life was taken here in Seattle. And that's how I came up with the vision of writing a book called DJ Saves the Day.
Wow. It's a beautiful way to honor your son and his life. And so I commend you for that, for being able to take, your experience as a mother losing your son and say, no, there's something more I can do here with the life of my son. And so tell us a little bit about DJ Saves the Day. I mean, what is this book about? How do you feel like it really resonates with your son?
Well, the character, even though this is a fictional book, I'll bring it over here. It's a fictional book. Here it is. It's in his likeness, as you can see.
So much like him, yeah.
And the character is like, his personality is in it, even though it's like I said, fictional. But his character, and even his sister is also mentioned in the first chapter because the spunky personalities, they intertwine and, communicate with each other in a way that if they were real, in real life, like my children, And so I just thought about what would reach youth today, you know, because my son actually left also a child. She was just 11 years old, my granddaughter, Katana. And so through his voice and a memory to reach out to our children, because they say when you raise a child when they're young, when they get older, they won't depart from it. And so if we can instill about kindness, anti-bullying, making a difference, and making positive choices is what this book is about. And the character DJ, he looks at another child who's been troubled like he was going through school. The people didn't care about him, and that he was being picked on. And so the character DJ reaches out to this other young man who's being picked on in school. And he wants to make a difference in his life. And he also believes in superheroes. Like when I read the story, DJ Saves the Day, I ask the children, well, what do you believe in? Do you believe in superheroes? And I would say, I believe in Spider-Man, I believe in Batman. So in this character, DJ Saves the Day, he believes in Black Lightning and the DC character. So, you know, during the day, Black Lightning, the character, he was a school principal. And then at night, he saved lives from gun violence or all types of violence or, you know, crime in the inner cities. And so I wanted that to reach out in the book as well.
Wow. Well, it's a great way to not only impart, you know, these amazing values and instill them in young folks, because I really love how arts of work really tell of the times, but they also address the needs. And so that's what your work is doing.
Yes.
You're addressing those needs. Now, you've been able to share this book. You said reading it to young people and getting them connected to the book. How has it been since now you've become this author and you have this amazing work to share with the community and beyond?
Well, it gives me hope. I wear this hat wherever I go. I'm not wearing it today, of course, but I wear this hat of hope. And it inspires those who I read the book to, children, from seniors to all ages. I've gone to community centers. I've gone to libraries. I've gone out into the community where there's festivals, you know, this summer. And whether I'm speaking a positive message about gun violence prevention or about, you know, making positive choices, and that we all can make a difference. Even telling someone, I care about you, I love you, you are powerful, you are amazing. Speaking life and positive energy into our children and people, because you never know what we're all going through. I mean, there's messages in here that, you know, the upbringing of, you know, being in a single home environment, the characters in the story are struggling in different elements. But just being a friend and making a difference, we can all do that no matter what age we are.
Absolutely. It's such a positive message. I really want to thank you for not only creating this work, but for finding a way to ensure that others who may find themselves in your unfortunate circumstance, that they see the positivity. They see that there is a way to turn this around and to make a difference, particularly with your work around gun violence prevention. So I just want to thank you. Because honestly, you know, we deal with these stories in our community all the time.
Yes.
And it's so great when I see that, like, wait a minute, there's resilience. That resilience comes through. It's such a part of, you know, so much legacy and history of the resilience of folks who are in the global majority, especially, right? Like, there's so many other things that we've had to overcome. And you took this and you are using it to make sure that other people have these amazing values instilled in them. So thank you so much for that. Of course, I got to give you time, because if folks want to tap in, they want to buy the book, they want to find you at the next event, how do they stay plugged in? You can let them know right there.
Yes. Well, everyone, the next event I will be at is at the Eastside Community Center in Tacoma, Washington. You can go on Tacoma Parks Recreation or Parks and find out about the event. But it's actually taking place Saturday, August 23rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I will be giving away copies of DJ Saves the Day, and it'll be a back to school event. So there'll be other giveaways there. So come on out. The whole community is invited to come out from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Eastside Community Center on Saturday, August 23rd. And then for those that are out of the area, maybe you're still on vacation, you can buy the book, DJ Saves the Day, no matter where you're at, on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So I really, truly appreciate your support. This means a lot to me because we all can end gun violence together and make a difference in our communities everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%. Thank you so much, Zhalena.
Thank you.
I gotta make sure I get a copy.
Guess what? This is for you. I signed copy for you. Thank you so much.
This is amazing, and I cannot wait to read it to my grandson. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. Y'all, what a phenomenal story. A way to turn something that's so unfortunate that many of our families experience into something so beautiful and brilliant. I'm gonna wrap it all up right after this break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on client discussing their fields and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Imani here. See you guys in a few.
Starters.
Starters.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time!
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Huge shout out to my guest, Zhalena Mathis, and the author of DJ Saves the Day. Now, y'all know I'm going to tell y'all to go get your copies today. She said you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Make sure you're getting your copies. And if you are in the Tacoma area this Saturday, make sure you stop by the Eastside Community Center so you can go ahead and support this phenomenal work. You know, it's so inspiring, too, because it's an amazing example of how tragedy can turn into triumph when you put the effort behind it. And it's so beautiful to hear her story of how she's continuing to do that while also paying tribute and homage to her son. Y'all know I'm inspired. I want you to be inspired too, because no matter what it is that's in your life, if you flip the coin a little bit or churn your perspective a little bit, you never know whose life you may be able to impact with the inspiring story that you bring forward. Of course, if you do have an inspiring story, I encourage you to go ahead and let me know that you need to be on this show. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram at Trae Holiday. You can also send an email to our team at thedaywithtrae@wherewеconverge.com. Please, we are looking forward to elevating your inspiring stories like we did today with Miss Zhalena. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with y'all tomorrow to wrap up the week. And until then, at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.